Hello Comox Valley, Dave Frisch here again, Councillor of the City of Courtenay, running for re-election, and I've been asked by the Comox Youth Climate Council how I would support urban densification and curb urban sprawl. And I'm glad you asked, because that's what I've been working on for the last 8 years. The biggest advance we made is by changing our official community plan to specifically say that we don't want urban sprawl, and we do want smart growth, and we do want densification in our downtown areas. Here I am at the England Oaks on 12th and England, and it's a great example of density near our downtown. There are going to be micro units in the back there being built, and there are these townhouses all the way around them, right near Thrifty Foods, near the downtown, near our cycling and walking infrastructure, and our transit, of course, and supporting transit, the cycling network, and safe crosswalks and wider sidewalks and nice comfortable streets to walk on is a really important way to also encourage urban densification. Hi again, Dave Frisch here, Councillor with the City of Courtenay, and answering the second question for the Youth Climate Council. They asked what I would do in the next each year of my term to move people from natural gas, liquid natural gas, to more renewable resources. And I guess honestly, I didn't have a plan for that. I think it's a reasonable idea to make a plan, but right now we're mostly focusing on reducing our GHGs through making home heating more energy efficient and being able to access programs for people to retrofit their homes for that purpose, and also working on transportation and trying to move people into more electric modes of transportation as well as active transportation. So I apologize I don't have a plan, but willing and open to hear ideas from other people. Thank you. Third question from the Youth Climate Council was relating to Indigenous Reconciliation and how do I plan to create climate justice. Fairly specific question. We've been working with Comox First Nation in a myriad of ways, not only to consult but also to bring our communities closer together, working close on projects and initiatives around the city. Of course, the big one is Couscous Sum, and that's renaturalization of the old field sawmill. We've been supporting that for over 8 years now, or almost 8 years, I'm sorry. And we've also been working with Comox First Nation on water and sewer projects to help them have economic independence and work through their projects to the south of Courtenay, and also in the IR2 area where they needed those same services. Relating to climate, of course, I think working on some stuff around the Dyke Road could be useful, but I'd leave those comments up to the Comox First Nations people and to bring to us what they're interested in doing, knowing that fully well that Council would love to support them. Thanks very much. And the fourth question by the Youth Climate Council was relating to youth in politics and community engagement, and how I would like to do that and see that move forward. I would actually be really interested in more regular youth council interactions. I know that the Climate Youth Council has invited us out on numerous occasions. I'd like to see more of that. And also in talking to the public, I'm very interested in starting perhaps twice or 3 times a year having community hall meetings. So if we can find support for that, I think it would be really beneficial to keep people up to speed on the issues at hand and get feedback to find solutions for all the things that are going on, especially around housing, homelessness, drug addiction, attraction and retention for labor, for small businesses. And so more interaction is always better. Thank you. And last but not least, the Climate Youth Council asked how I would support green active transportation. So, of course, been working on this for 8 years, longer even, not as a councillor. And so my big focus is going to be on finishing off the cycling network plan and the pedestrian network plans, getting our east-west connector the active transportation pathway between East Courtenay and downtown, and also really focusing on creating safe routes to schools. And I think our cycling network plan and our pedestrian plan need to also look specifically at schools and what each individual school in the Courtenay area is going to need to allow parents to feel like their kids are getting to school safely. And also for transit, I'd like to see the increase in investment that's been happening over the last 8 years continue, so every year we are getting more frequent and better routes for transportation. Thanks very much. Don't forget, vote Wednesday, October 12th, and Saturday, October 15th.